Hi everyone, I hope you are having a fun evening or morning or day whenever you are watching this video now. I hope you can see what I have done in this video, right? I have uh, mentioned X here as it is a maxima minima question, right? This X, okay, is something that we have to take here and also notice the diagram. Now we have an n value here, but because we do not know whether all the people play the game, right? So this statement, at least one student plays one game, or all the student play at least one game. Something like this has to be mentioned. Okay. Then only this would have been a zero value and we would not have built this box. Okay, so I hope you have got the answer here. Now 80, 70 and 60 we have been given play, and some of them would play all the things. Now we start from the middle so that we would have all the equations moving out. How did we get this 30 minus x? Because this whole area is 30, and if we subtract this area from this, right, this area which is x, right, which is x, if we subtract x from this area, we would be left with 30 minus x, and same we would do with this and this, right? Okay, 80 minus all these areas would be 10 plus x. So since we have got all this, right, let us move to the question, solving the question, right? You would say that, okay, we would have got the 30 value here and this could have been 30 and everything would have been happily merrily reached to the conclusion. Okay, we would have reached to the conclusion happily and merrily, but that is not the answer. The highest value would be 25 in this case to maintain the consistency, and hence those who would go through the diagram would be wrong in this case, right? But yeah, in other questions we use the diagram. Now let us put exactly one values in one place. Okay, all of these values and x would be greater than 0 because we cannot have negative student, right, in a school. So 5 plus x is greater than 0. Okay, uh, x minus 15 is greater than equal to 0. Now if we find the conclusions of this statement, we would have x is greater than minus 10. Okay, does that favor us in anything? No, it just says that x is greater than 0. As we know, x is greater than 0, it won't matter for us. This is x is greater than minus 5, x is greater than 0, so it won't matter for us, right? Greater than equal to 0, it might be 0 equal to 0 or greater than 0, right? Now let us see this. Are we getting something here? Yes, x is greater than 15. Now what does this equation mean? This equation means that we can have the least value of x as 15. Now we have got this out of this. Okay, now let us try exactly 2. Right, now let us try exactly 2 values here. Now exactly 2. Okay, now exactly 2 values are 30 minus x is greater than equal to 0, because we cannot have in any area, we cannot have students who are negative. Now if we conclude these statements, we would have to take x here, and hence x would be lesser than 30, x would be lesser than equal to 35. Okay, let me write it quite clearly. X is less than 35 and x would be less than equal to 40. Now to make this consistent, we have to maintain this, right? We have to maintain that x can be 30 or less. Okay, if we put any value above 30, this equation will be inconsistent, and hence to make each and every equation consistent, we have to take the first equation, right? So we have to not take all this. So this is something. Now we get that, okay, here it is 25. How did we get the 25 here if we are getting 30 here? Now comes the third equation, right? This is the most important equation. I'm taking 80 here, so I would not be taking all this, right? I would not be taking all these values, right? Okay, to save the time. Okay, now let us move ahead. How would I do this? 80 plus 5 plus x plus 35 minus x plus x minus 15 plus n is equals to total number of student in the school. We had 130, right? If we would add all of this, we would get x is equals to 25 minus n. Now, can we have the value of n less than 0? No. So we would say that n can be 0 in the least. So the value of x should be less than or equal to 25. If we put n is equals to 0, we would have 25. If we put n is equals to 1, we would have 24. So this is satisfying our equation. And hence, I have put this here, right? It would be greater than 15 and it would be less than 25. So the greatest value of x would be 25. So we have exactly 3 as x. Okay, so we would put it here, which is the minimum value of x would be 15 in green. And the maximum value of exactly 3 would be 25. Now, I'm not going to write all the equations here because that creates a sense of a bit of a risk of getting wrong. So we would put all the values here and see if we can find all the values and keep on doing everything else, right? Okay. Now the first value would be 15. Let us take all the minimum values first, right? Okay. Fine. If we take the minimum value of 15 here, okay, we would have exactly two values as 15, okay, 20 and 25, right? So all these would be added to 15 plus 25 is 40 plus 60, right? Okay. So exactly two values would be 60, right? And hence we would have all these values, right? 15 plus 50, 30, 30 plus 25, 55, 30 plus 25, 55, 80 minus 55 is 80 minus 55 is 25, right? And here we would have 30, 50, okay, 20, and here we would be 60, right? 25 plus 15 plus 20. So that would be equal to 60. So we would have 0 here, right? Okay. So how much do we have? 45 as this value. Okay. And hence this all gives us 130. This would be 0. Okay. I have put these values at the wrong place. I think so. Right. Just a minute. I had put 50 here. So exactly 2 would come here, right? 25 plus 15, that would be 20 plus 20, 40, 40 plus 20, 60, right? And this would be 15, right? Okay. So 60, okay. And this would be 45. Exactly, one would be 45. Okay, so how much do we have here? 60 plus 45 plus 15. Okay, that is 60. We have 120 here. Now 10 would be the number here, right? Now let us try this for 25 and you would get the answers, right? So the answer for 25 would be, let us calculate it together. So 25, okay, this would be 5, this would be 10, this would be 15, okay, and we can calculate this here. Okay, this would be 30 plus 15, 45, 45, 80 minus 45, 35, Okay, 70 minus 30 plus 40, 30. Okay, and this would be 15, 30, 40, 50, 50, 60, 10, 10. Okay, now we can write it here. We can find the values of none here, right? Exactly 2 is 30 plus 15 plus 10, 30 plus 25, that is 55. Okay, how am I doing it? I took it this as 30 and 15 plus 10. Okay, 35 plus 30, 65, 75. Okay, so this is 75. Okay, now we would have this as 0, I think so, right? We would have this as 0, I think so. Great, I hope so. Exactly 2 was 25 plus 30. Okay, there was a mistake here. It won't be 55. Okay, I have selected is something wrong. 15 plus 5 is how much? 15 plus 5 is how much? Okay, 15 plus 5 is 20 and this is 10. That is 30. Okay, that is 30. So this was wrong. Okay, 75 plus 30 is 105. 105 plus 25 is 130. We have 130 here and we have 130 here. So all the things calculated, you could have calculated it through these equations also. 105 minus 3x, I think so, right? As we had written earlier, right? N was 25 minus x from here. That is it for this equation or this question.